The galaxy was vast, silent, and indifferent. But humanity had uncovered something ancient, something that warned of a danger unlike any the stars had ever seen. Buried in alien relics on a distant, forgotten planet, archaeologists had decoded an old message, a prophecy of destruction that spanned millennia. Civilizations had risen and fallen, and now, the warning had reached humans. Captain Mira Hale stood on the bridge of the human flagship Resolute, staring at the holographic images of the relics. "This is real," she said quietly. "Not a myth. Not a story. This is a warning. And if we ignore it, we will pay the price." Admiral Terran's brow was tight. "The others will laugh at us. They always do. Every species thinks they are untouchable until the moment they are destroyed." They were right. Messages sent to alien councils were met with amusement, disbelief, and even scorn. "Humans and their ancient myths," one counselor had sneered. "We have lived 10 times longer than your species. What could you possibly understand?" Mira clenched her fists. Humanity was small, yes, but clever, determined, and the galaxy's arrogance would be its mistake. In secret, humans had already begun preparations. Shipyards across the core systems worked day and night, producing sleek, fast warships. Engineers designed weapons with precision, capable of striking quickly and disappearing before enemies could respond. Scientists studied star maps, alien fleet movements, and possible invasion routes. Humanity had learned long ago, when ignored, humans became unstoppable. On the bridge of the Resolute, the relic's projections hovered in the air, showing star systems destroyed in the distant past. Lines of energy, weapons, and fleets crisscrossed in patterns that were both beautiful and terrifying. "This isn't just a warning," Mira said. "It's a blueprint of what happens when the galaxy ignores danger." Admiral Terran's voice was grim. "Then we prepare, quietly, efficiently. The galaxy laughs, but the enemy does not sleep." Outside, the stars stretched endlessly, silent observers to humanity's secret work. Scouts and satellites had already begun monitoring distant systems, searching for signs of the threat the relics had predicted. Every anomaly, every unexplained energy spike, was logged, analyzed, and planned against. Meanwhile, civilians went about their lives, unaware that a storm was approaching. Schools, cities, and colonies thrived in peace. But humans had learned that peace was fragile, and that courage often required foresight. Mira turned to her crew. "We cannot count on anyone else. The galaxy ignores us, mocks us, and underestimates us. That is their first mistake. Humanity will not repeat theirs." In distant shadows, unknown fleets shifted, engines glowing faintly. They were unaware that humanity had already studied them, learned their patterns, and prepared countermeasures. Underestimation was their weakness. Preparation was humanity's strength. The relics had warned of doom, but humans had a choice. They could wait and be destroyed like civilizations before them, or they could rise, fight, and rewrite the future. Mira's eyes scanned the stars again. "The warning has been ignored," she said, "but humans will not be. Soon, the galaxy will learn that ignoring humanity comes at a terrible cost." The stage was set. The ancient prophecy had been revealed. The enemy was approaching, and humanity, small, clever, and unafraid, was ready to face the storm. The calm of space shattered like glass. Sensors on human colonies flared red as a massive fleet appeared seemingly from nowhere. Alien warships, sleek and deadly, moved with precision, their weapons glowing like small suns ready to incinerate anything in their path. On the bridge of the flagship Resolute, Captain Mira Hale's hands gripped the railing. "All units, respond immediately. Protect civilians and hold your positions where you can. Do not let them break through." Admiral Terran's voice came over the comms, steady but tense. Focus on defense first, strike second. Stay calm, follow protocol. Every life matters. Explosions tore across Epsilon Prime, one of humanity's border colonies. Cities crumbled and smoke rose into the thin atmosphere. Civilians fled, guided by human soldiers who risked everything to save as many lives as possible. Lieutenant Eric Voss piloted a transport ship through debris-filled skies, dodging energy blasts while evacuating citizens. Every second counted. Every decision could mean life or death. Human fighters launched from orbiting platforms, weaving between enemy fire. They struck at weak points, targeting weapons, engines, and supply lines. Outnumbered and outgunned, humans relied on strategy, speed, and coordination. Courage became their strongest weapon. Meanwhile, on the Resolute, Dr. Elias Khan monitored the alien fleet's movements. "They're more organized than we predicted," he said. "And reinforcements are coming from a hidden system. This is not a simple raid. It's a coordinated attack." Myra's eyes narrowed. "They think they can overwhelm us. They think they can destroy us before we even fight back. Let them try. They have no idea what humanity is capable of." Small human stealth teams worked behind enemy lines, sabotaging supply ships and disabling communication arrays. Explosions rocked alien vessels, throwing their formations into chaos. Every success bought humanity precious time, slowing the enemy's advance, but the threat was far from over. Scans revealed a massive alien fleet lying in wait, hidden beyond the outer rim. It dwarfed the initial attackers in size and firepower. Their purpose was clear: total annihilation of humanity. Captain Mira Hale turned to her crew, her voice calm but firm. "Prepare for the full assault. We've survived the first strike, but the enemy is only getting started." They laughed at our warnings. Now they will see the cost of underestimating humanity. Outside, the alien warships glowed menacingly, ready to strike again. Humanity had endured its first test, faced overwhelming firepower, lost lives, and seen cities destroyed. Yet the human spirit remained unbroken. Every pilot, soldier, and crew member had proven that intelligence, bravery, and determination could survive even the darkest moments. The galaxy had ignored the ancient warning. Humanity had lived through the first assault. But the war was far from over. Every ship, every strike team, every human life had been tested, and the true battle was only beginning. The stars stretched endlessly around them, silent witnesses to the unfolding war. Humanity had survived its first bloodshed, but the enemy had only just begun. And when humans struck back, it would not just be survival, it would be the start of rewriting the future. The galaxy was tense and quiet, but it was a dangerous quiet. Captain Mira Hale stood on the bridge of the Resolute, her eyes scanning the holographic projection of the enemy fleet. The first assault had caused destruction, but it had also revealed a weakness. The alien forces were clever but predictable. "We cannot wait for them to strike again," Myra said. "We hit first. We hit hard. And we hit where it hurts most." Admiral Terran nodded. "Their main fleet is large, but they rely on coordination. We know their patterns. This is our chance." Stealth ships slipped away from the human fleet, disappearing into the darkness. Using cloaking technology, small strike teams infiltrated alien lines. They targeted supply stations, communication arrays, and energy depots. Explosions lit the void as alien systems failed one by one, leaving the main fleet disorganized and vulnerable. Inside the alien armada, confusion spread quickly. Ships fired blindly, formations broke, and panic began to grow. The Empire had assumed humans would react slowly. They had assumed humans would fight recklessly. They were wrong. Humanity fought with precision, intelligence, and courage. Lieutenant Eric Voss led a squadron of fighters through enemy defenses to strike a massive supply hub. His ship started between energy beams, dodging explosions, and delivering precise strikes that crippled the enemy's reinforcements. Each daring attack slowed the alien advance and gave humanity time to regroup and plan the next moves. Meanwhile, Commander Lyra Jin led an elite strike team toward the core of the hidden alien fleet, the command ship. Massive, heavily defended, and bristling with weapons, it was the key to the enemy's power. One mistake, one misstep, and the team could be annihilated. Yet they pressed forward, relying on speed, skill, and careful coordination. Dr. Elias Khan monitored from the Resolute. "They are risking everything," he muttered. "But if we don't destroy the command ship, the aliens will strike again, and humanity may not survive a second time." The strike teams moved like shadows. Sensors failed to detect them. Turrets fired at empty space. Chaos spread through the alien crews. Humanity's skill and bravery had turned the enemy's greatest strength into a deadly vulnerability. Back on the Resolute, Mira watched the chaos unfold across the fleet. "This is only the beginning," she said. "They control the fleet, but we control the battlefield. Soon, they will pay for underestimating humanity." The alien command ship remained the ultimate target. It coordinated attacks, controlled weapons, and protected the hidden superweapons. Destroying it could turn the tide of the war, but reaching it would be deadly. Every human pilot, soldier, and crew member knew the risk. Outside, the stars stretched endlessly, silent witnesses to the unfolding war. Humanity's stealth and strategy had disrupted the enemy fleet, but the main confrontation was still ahead. Every ship, every squadron, every strike team was ready for the battle that would decide the galaxy's future. Captain Mira Hale clenched her fists. "Prepare the fleet for the final strike," she ordered. "We attack together. We strike decisively. And we show the galaxy what happens when humans fight with courage, skill, and heart." The counterstrike had begun. The hidden fleet had been damaged. Enemy formations were broken, but the alien command ship still loomed like a dark shadow. Humanity had forced the enemy into a trap, and the real battle, the reckoning, was about to begin. The stars seemed calm, but the void of space was alive with fire. Humanity's fleet faced the alien command ship head-on, its massive hull bristling with weapons. Every human ship and fighter had been prepared for this moment. Captain Mira Hale stood on the bridge of the Resolute, eyes sharp, mind focused. "This is it," she said quietly. "The command ship. Destroy it, and we cripple the entire fleet. Fail, and humanity may be wiped out." Admiral Terran's voice came over the comms, steady but tense. "All units, stay sharp. Their weapons are deadly and defenses are stronger than anything we have faced. Precision over power. Strategy over strength." The battle erupted. Human fighters weaved through enemy fire, striking at weak points. Larger ships shielded weaker vessels and fired in coordinated volleys, targeting engines, weapons, and command relays. Every move was calculated. Every strike precise. Meanwhile, Commander Lyra Jin led the elite strike team toward the heart of the alien command ship. Turrets fired relentlessly. Corridors shook from explosions and alarms blared. One misstep could mean total annihilation. Yet the team pressed forward, using speed, skill, and careful coordination. Inside the command ship, the alien core pulsed dangerously. Ready to destroy anything nearby, Dr. Elias Khan monitored from orbit. "You have minutes, not hours. If the core goes unstable, billions could die." Lyra's team planted charges, rerouted power, and triggered controlled overloads. The ship shook violently as systems failed one by one. Outside, human pilots struck at the disoriented enemy fleet, taking advantage of the chaos. Confusion spread through the alien ranks. Formations broke, communication faltered, and panic gripped the crews. They had underestimated humanity, and it was costing them dearly. On the Resolute, Mira gripped the railing. "This is what happens when you laugh at warnings," she whispered. "This is what happens when you underestimate humans." Then, a massive explosion ripped through the command ship. Debris scattered across space, weapon systems shut down, and remaining alien ships fled into the void. Humanity had turned strategy, courage, and intelligence into victory against impossible odds. But Mira knew the battle was not yet over. Some alien forces survived, hidden in distant systems, and their ambitions were only delayed. Humanity had survived betrayal, deception, and overwhelming power, but the final challenge still lay ahead. "Prepare for the last assault," she ordered. "We finish this. Nothing is left for them to recover. Humanity will not be defeated." Outside, the void stretched endlessly, silent and indifferent. But humanity's spirit burned brighter than any star. The galactic reckoning had begun, and the galaxy would remember the cost of ignoring humans. The command ship was destroyed. The enemy fleet in chaos. Humanity had proven that courage, intelligence, and unity could defeat even the most powerful foes. But one final strike remained. The ultimate challenge was ahead. Captain Mira Hale's voice rang through the fleet. "This is our moment. Humanity will not only survive, we will rewrite the future. Every ship, every fighter, every team, move out." The stage was set for the final battle. Humanity's skill, determination, and bravery would face the last remnants of the alien empire. And the galaxy would soon see the full measure of underestimated humans. The stars were calm, but the battlefield burned with fire. Humanity had destroyed the alien command ship, crippling the fleet, but remnants of the enemy remained hidden stations, scattered warships, and powerful doomsday weapons. Captain Mira Hale knew this was the final test. Humanity's survival and the future of the galaxy depended on what they did next. On the bridge of the Resolute, Mira addressed the fleet. "This is the last strike. We move as one. Every ship, every fighter, every strike team must act with precision. The galaxy laughed at us before. Now they will see what humans are capable of." Admiral Terran's voice was steady. "Expect everything. They are desperate, dangerous, and deadly. Focus on strategy, not just firepower. Humanity survives through skill, courage, and unity." The fleet surged forward. Fighters darted through enemy fire, capital ships fired in coordinated volleys, and stealth teams infiltrated hidden bases. Every move was careful, deliberate, and deadly. Humanity had learned the enemy's patterns and was using them against them. Commander Lyra Jin led the elite strike team to the final doomsday station. Its core pulsed like a heartbeat, unstable, dangerous, ready to destroy entire systems. Turrets fired relentlessly, and alarms screamed. The team moved quickly, planting charges and rerouting energy to trigger a controlled overload. Every second was critical. Dr. Elias Khan monitored from orbit. "You have seconds, not minutes. If the core detonates prematurely, billions could die." Lyra and her team pressed forward. Explosions rocked the station as the charges detonated. Systems failed. Turrets shut down. The doomsday weapon, built to destroy humanity, now teetered on the brink of collapse. Outside, human fleets fought the remaining alien ships. Courage, strategy, and timing turned the tide. The enemy formations crumbled, ships retreated, and panic spread through their ranks. For the first time, the Empire realized humans were far more dangerous than they had imagined. On the bridge of the Resolute, Captain Mira watched the explosions with grim satisfaction. They thought they could destroy us, she said quietly. They were wrong. Always wrong. The Doomsday Station erupted in a controlled explosion. Alien remnants fled, their power broken, their arrogance shattered. Humanity had survived, struck back, and won. Yet victory had a cost. Many ships were damaged. Brave pilots and strike teams had given their lives. But their sacrifice ensured humanity's future and sent a warning across the galaxy. Underestimate. Humans at your peril. Across star systems, other civilizations watched in awe, fear, and respect. Humanity had proven that courage, intelligence, and determination could defeat impossible odds. The galaxy had laughed at warnings, mocked strength, and ignored skill, but it had paid the price. Mira turned to her crew. We've won today. But humanity does not stop here. We protect our worlds. We prepare for the future. And we never allow anyone to underestimate us again. The stars stretched endlessly, silent witnesses to the battle that had ended. Humanity's flame burned brighter than any star. Their last stand had become a legend, their courage a story the galaxy would never forget. The ancient warning had been real, but humans had rewritten the future. They had survived the impossible, fought with honor, and emerged stronger. The galaxy had learned a lesson. Humans could not be ignored. Mocked or defeated. And in the silence of space, one truth shone brighter than any star. Humanity would always endure, always fight, and always rewrite the future.